Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my review of Assassination Classroom, second season, episode 4. Sorry if I didn't get my proper introduction, but whatever. Basically, this episode is very simple with some two-sided stories, just like before in like other previous episodes. The first half of the story is basically very simple, as we see that the students, knowing ITOWA, actually has his mindset to actually find a way to actually finally assassinate Koro Sensei once and for all. Basically, he creates his RC car, and the students also try to help him out by creating this like camouflage looking car and some kind of like camera looking device in order to actually try to catch Koro Sensei off guard, knowing all his secrets and etc. So they tried really hard to do it, but unfortunately, like, not too much progression was actually there. The comedy in this episode was actually really funny. I really did like the comedy. It was really spot on. It was funny in this episode. Some pretty funny moments. I wouldn't say it's the most impactful. Well, the lesson here was actually the most impactful lesson. But this review, sadly, will probably be short because obviously there's only two things that really happened this episode, sadly. The first thing was just basically, again, the whole RC car is what they actually create in order to actually catch him off guard, but the plan sadly falls short. And decidedly that, technically, that even though that ITOWA isn't really the most best when it comes to actually, doing other stuff without his powers. And, we see some character development with him. We see that he's not thinking about winning. He's not thinking about vengeance or this whole, big brother ordeal. No, he's basically learned that, holy shit, living a normal life is actually not so bad after all without having so many worries in the end. So that's actually pretty cool. Next thing I really liked about this was also, so we do get to see some character development, and I really do like how he's actually interacting, like, with the other characters. It's actually pretty funny. The other thing I really liked about this episode, too, was, not only that, but the second half of the episode I thought was actually pretty more funnier when it comes to creating these sort of nicknames, like these code names. Well, not nicknames, but code names, in order to actually catch your enemy off guard, or to actually speak in code, so that way you're able to actually catch the enemy without spilling out your real identity of your real name. So that's true assassination actual tactics. That's actually very true. So, that's really good points. So the kids basically have to pretty much come up with they have to come up with their own nicknames for each of the classmates, and they can't really call each other by their real names for the whole day, and actually call by their nicknames. And it's just so funny. Like, we have one we call Baseball Geek, and we have, what's-her-face, the green hair girl, says, flat chest forever, and I'm like, or not flat chest, flat forever, and I'm like, that's funny as hell, because she gets so salty that her chest is flat. And I do know there was some kind of adventure one of the kids think that they were thinking of, how they can actually, score and actually see some, like, girls ripping off their skirts, seeing their panties and stuff like that. Once it's weird, the green hair girl is the only one that basically... Sorry, I'm not calling her green hair girl, guys. I don't remember her name truly much. I don't pay attention as much. I mean, I only know some of the main cast names, but, she is part of it, too. Sadly, I do apologize. Just put the comment down below and tell me what her name was again, because I don't feel like paying attention right now. I'm looking this shit up. But anyways, with her, she's actually pretty cool mellow. I actually really like her. I hope really her and, Nagisa actually hook up with each other, because that would be actually pretty cool. But sadly I'm having mixed feelings about when it comes to them hooking up, though. I mean, I didn't really hear specifics, but I have been hearing word of mouth of certain things, like it may or may not happen, so people try to, like, spoil me here a bit, but again, I'm not trying to get spoiled, because I really did enjoy the first season. Well, I will admit the second season is pretty good so far. Like, I think episode 3 so far is my favorite. This episode, though, I will say it was just a straight-up, simple, straight episode. Even though I will say, the comedy was kind of funny in this episode. The message for this episode, though, was actually really, really strong. But, oh, wait, speaking of that, oh my god, yes, the ending to this episode was mad hype. Oh my god. The ending to this episode was like my favorite part was the ending to this episode. Oh my god. Basically, when it comes to the message of the moral, it says like it doesn't matter if you are proud of your name or not. It's like what makes you that person's name is the name that you remember of the achievements of your goal, and how you remember your own name of all the stuff that you've done. Like people called out for your name for stuff that you basically done to either help them out or to help yourself out, or basically, certain memories, and that thing that makes you you is your own name. The person they called you, the person you need for help, the person that you need to pretty much sign and to make decisions and to sign final contracts is your name, and that's the most important thing. It says whether or not you enjoy your name, your first name, last name, whatever, that's what makes your character. That's what makes you you. That's the person you refer to. That's what makes you the character. Even if you don't like your own name, you will remember your name for history, for ages, for shit you've done in the past, for shit you've done in the future. So that your own name actually makes you unique. So that's actually a really good lesson. Good shit. The end of this episode. Oh my god. Class A is mad fucking stinky. They're mad hype right now. Basically, the principal is telling like his own, because I remember, wasn't the principal his own father, I believe it was? Yeah, the principal was actually his father. And basically he was saying, alright, you gotta really step your game up, man. Like, alright, like, you gotta create some really hard, difficult shit for Class E not to succeed. And you better do it this time, because there's a bit of a problem. They're actually seeing Class E as a little more above us than Class A. It's like, oh, hell no. That's not going to slide. We need to actually step our game. Like, the way they're passing the basketball and having this really dark dialogue was actually really cool. I actually enjoyed it a lot. So that's actually really dope. So when it comes to that ending specific part was actually really nice. Bottom line, though, the episode itself, I guess because of the ending, it gets a 3.5 out of 5. It's a decent episode at best. Not like my most favorite episode. Not like my most, again, episodes. I will say episode number... I think the second half of the episode, for this one, for episode 4, was a lot better than the first half. At least in my opinion. The first half was just kind of odd. It was kind of funny, but it was okay, I guess. The second half, to me, though, I think was the most funniest. Episode 3, though, last week's episode was my favorite. There was a lot of... It was really awesome. And I think episode 2 was actually pretty good as well. Same with episode 1. But I think episode 4 was just kind of average. At least for me it was. It gets like a 3.5 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5 equals a decent plus, or a solid episode. That's just the way I feel. Because the ending did boost it up. Otherwise, I just would have given it like a 3 out of 5. I just would have thought it was like an okay episode. Overall, though, like, regardless. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode of Assassination Classroom, 2nd season, episode 4. My apologies, I haven't watched the newest Fairy Tail Zero yet, but I'll get to that. The new One Piece is coming out later, so I'm going to be watching that, even though I'm not going to review it, but I'm still watching it regardless. But I will review Dragon Ball Super tomorrow, once the official subtitles of the translations hit Word tomorrow, so I definitely can't wait for that. So until then, this is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace out. Manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.